Hey, what it do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since we posted a video. I think it's 2, maybe going on 3 weeks by the time this video goes live. And to all you dads out there, hope you guys have a happy Father's Day this weekend. But in today's video, I'm going to give you guys fair warning. I'm going to ramble for a little bit before we actually get too far into it. But I'm kind of excited. You guys can see we got the old grader back right now. Picked up yesterday, moved some other equipment around. We got some interesting work that's going on. I might get some footage of it eventually. But basically, it's a big chain trencher, and we're going to be cutting up big rocks with it. So anyways, that was kind of cool. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video originally was going to kind of be like on the negative side of things, because it literally doesn't matter what industry you guys are in right now. If you even like remotely kind of look into it, you guys are going to find a problem with it. The meat industry lost like 10,000 cattle this week. The agricultural industry, they've got fertilizer issues. What was the other one that I saw? Oh yeah, I got a notification this morning. I guess San Diego is facing a lifeguard shortage. If you guys are in the trucking industry, fuel's through the roof. This is originally what I was going to be talking about, was the death. The CEO of Pilot and Flying J, he went up and he was talking about how the amount that they were allowed to ship via railroad, which is pretty much everything that they move, was cut by 50%. And those guys are heavy hitters. They supply like 20% of the nation's fuel and 30% of the nation's deaths. So instead of dwelling on the negative, because there's a lot of it right now, I'm going to be telling you guys a couple things that are going to be changing. Now this was kind of the reason that I took like a 2-week long, maybe 3-week long break from YouTube, because I was trying to figure some stuff out. Business is just bonkers. It's super weird. I'm not sure what to do. Talking with a buddy of mine, he's like, I don't know what's going on. A lot of us don't have a clue of like what the future brings. So we're just doing the best we can to make sure that we can still provide for our families and all that good stuff. So I don't want to dwell too much on the negative, because there's a lot of it right now. And basically, over the past 2 weeks, I've done some thinking. And I do want to show you guys a couple things in this video that really don't have a whole lot to do with me, but I thought that they were super cool. The other day I was headed on my way home from work, and SDG&E and CAL FIRE and the San Diego Sheriff's Department, there was a fire that started up probably, I don't know, 30 miles south of here. And I happened to be driving by, and I saw all the choppers going, and they were fueling up in a field. And so I stopped by and talked to them, and they let me get some cool footage of like the helicopters coming in and taking off. And it was pretty rad. So I want to show you guys that in this video. But the main focus of this video, I'm going to be trying to turn my property back into a working cattle ranch. Now granted, I still have my work to do. I still have the construction with the trucks and all that stuff. So I can't put that completely aside. But I do want to focus a lot of my efforts on working on my property. And this happened because the other day I was working up on my fence line, which is coming along nicely, by the way. I was looking out over the property, and we do use the property a lot for the business. You know, we bring the equipment out here like so, we work on it in the shop, we get things fixed, which, by the way, this has problems again. Never fails. As soon as you pay something off, I think there's a switch that flips somewhere and then it starts to have problems. But anyways, basically, I'm going to start working my land, and so we're going to be pulling out a bunch of the old farm equipment. I got the old John Deere 2020. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you guys have seen that. But we have a bunch of the old hay implements. We have the disc, we have a hay cutter, we have a baler, we have a hay rake. A lot of that stuff came with the property. So I'm going to be dragging it out. I'm going to start getting it working. Now, granted, all this stuff is, I think that tractor is like a 69 or a 70. So this stuff's like 50 years old stuff. But I was thinking to myself, you know what, I might as well grow it. And like, if I can like really increase the hay production out here, we'll start looking for more cattle. So we're gonna be pulling out a bunch of the stuff. Like, we got these massive sprinklers. They're called Big Guns. They're huge. So one of the reasons that I decided to do this is because that my life is crazy. I've been working pretty much non-stop for a very, very long time, which is okay. I love working. It's like in my blood. If I don't do something productive during the day, like, I just go nuts. But I'm not getting any younger, and I'm not saying that I'm old, but I would like a little bit of a simpler life. Now, I'm not saying farming is going to be easy or it's not going to be complicated or anything like that, but I think just the whole aspect of farming is cool. So we're going to see how it goes. There might be some other stuff in this video. I think I'm going to go grade the road for a little bit this morning while it's still cool, because this thing tends to get a little bit hot when the temperatures start to go up. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Happy Father's Day weekend to all you dads out there, but let's go ahead and jump on into it, and let's roll. Alright, so I just pulled into the yard just a second ago. You guys can see that I've already dropped the low boy right there. So it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. The last video ever.
Maybe.
Unless you come out to Arizona, so only move in reverse.
I think he wants me to load it up. Dude, this is so sketchy. Machine, dude. It's sad. See how this works? Forward, reverse. They couldn't get the micro switches for it.
Más para adelante porque esta caiga ahí.
Go forward a little more.
Ajá.
Drop that thing. No baja más, ¿es? Esta o...
Sí, se me hace que sí, ¿no?
Hey, sí.
Oh.
Sí bajan.
It's like, oh. All right. That's all it goes. You're good.
That's it. A lot of this stuff's like all or nothing on this thing right now.
Esta no la va a ocupar allá, la madera.
Para bajar?
Sí.
Yo creo que sí.
All right, so we went ahead and we got the old Tesmec loaded up. I never have actually operated this thing. This guy spent a lot of time on it. My dad spent a lot of time on it, but I never have. This is probably like the most I've ever driven it.
And the heaviest thing you've towed.
Yeah.
This thing's a beast.
I'm probably gonna be at 79,999 pounds, but not overweight.
Cat skills right here.
All right, so here's the control panel. Show you guys the jankiness that's going on right here. They had ordered the micro switches to like actually work correctly, but for now, this is how I was moving it. And then in conjunction with this guy was how I was steering it. But we got it up on the trailer, and I guess that's all that matters.
Life hack, gotta get a free log splitter.
So John, he's moving to Arizona. He decided he's had enough with California, and he is starting his own business out there. So, goodbye to John.
See ya.
Yep. He'll just be on the channel from time to time. But, that's the way it goes, I guess. So anyhow, he brought down a log splitter because there's not really a need for a log splitter in Arizona because it never gets cold out there, at least where he's going. So he came down to the yard to meet us. We unloaded it. You guys can see it right there. At the end of the day, that's going home with us. But for now, we're going to go ahead and hook the truck back up to this thing, and we're going to take it over. All right, so you guys can see that we got the Tesmec unloaded. I know it's been a while, but you guys see the grader over there? She's coming back home with us today, but what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna unload this thing. All right, so basically what this machine's gonna be doing, you guys see all these rocks over here? It's gonna be chewing them up. Can you carry this for me?
Yep.
All right, let's go to the Ranger. Let's see if I can grab this thing one-handed. All right, let's go.
Dad, the John Deere's at Grandpa's house.
No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
it's out in the field. All right, can I see that?
Yep.
Thank you. Alright, so this one was positive. Hang you over there. Maybe. It's got this negativo. Set him over there. Can you hold this?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, we just doubled the value of this tractor. Okay, can you hold this again?
Okay.
What do you have?
Not this time.
You got dirty hands?
Yeah.
You got a dirty face too.
Yeah. See?
Yep. Are you working on the tractor?
No.
No, what are you working on?
Just looking out for
So basically, these are your hydraulic couplers right here that go towards any attachment that you have on the back. So I'm not exactly sure what style this is called. I'm going to go ahead and call it an International Harvester because that's what it was hooked up to. But they do not fit in here. And so I was driving around all morning. I took this one off to try and find the correct coupler that went from this to this, and nobody had them. And then come to find out, I stopped by Tractor Supply on my way home for something completely different, and they had the correct adapter to go from the old John Deere style to the International Harvester style. I got super excited because I was starting to already get it in my head that I was gonna have to redo a bunch of stuff on this to make this disc work with this tractor, but I'm not gonna have to because of Tractor Supply. They had this cool thing. It's made by Pioneer. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. I'm gonna put the other coupler on the hose, and then we're gonna see if this thing works.
Try that.
And then it's gonna go into right here, which I have to put the camera down to do it. All right, so looking good and shiny. And now these ones should go in like so. See if I can do it one-handed. Nope. All right, so now we got both our hoses hooked up. In theory, if I start this thing up, I should be able to push those wheels down and lift the entire disc assembly up. So let's see if it works. Put it in neutral.
Oh, I don't do.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Watch out, I'm gonna start it up. I think this is the guy right here. Oh. Sweet, we are airborne. It worked! It worked! Woohoo! You wanna come up here? Alright, come on. Are you okay? All right, so far so good. You guys can see that the disc is up in the air right now. If I drive forward, you're not gonna see the disc actually spinning. But if I go ahead and put it down like so, and we start to drive forward, granted this dirt is it's pretty much a hard rock. So anyhow, this is a pretty big deal. We got our first piece of farm equipment up and working other than the tractor. I'm really excited about this. This is a big step in the right direction. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it a day. The sun's just about to go down. Beautiful sunset over there. And I gotta go have some dinner. But all right, so all these weeds are about 2 feet tall. They knocked them down pretty good. And you guys can see that it's starting to like till the dirt up a little bit. This stuff was super hard, super dry. So it's starting to break the dirt up a little bit. I'm gonna keep going, knocking everything down, but that'll be for another day. Probably tomorrow or the day after, I'll keep going. I'll keep knocking this stuff down, keep mixing that dirt up. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I actually gotta start doing some homework. All right, I'm gonna go and put the screws this video. I just wanna show you guys something real quick. So this whole field up here used to look like that. Mustard wheat was just completely overgrown here. And basically all my free time over the past week has pretty much been dedicated to this spot up here. It's been a lot of work to get to this point. There was so much junk in this field. There was a ton of conduit that was up here. There's like pipe, concrete, a bunch of T-posts, baling wire, trash. There's a ton of stuff up here. So there is like almost 0 rocks in this whole area now. And there already is like some water lines ran out here. No big sprinklers yet, but we are working on that. I got the field cleared and the John Deere is just killing it. Doing super good job. The disc worked like a dream. Still got a little bit more disking to do. But that's gonna be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna go spend some time with my family. We're actually gonna head down to the beach. It's a perfect day for it. Blue skies, and it's not overcast down by the beach. So we're gonna go enjoy it. But thank you guys for watching. Do a huge solid like, subscribe, share this video with your amigos. Hit that notification button so you guys can continue to see all the other stuff we got going on. The next video, just for a quick sneak peek, I do have all the posts all the way to the corner of the property, and I will be showing you guys a new tool that is super rad for doing stuff like that. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Later.